Hey there, welcome to another episode of Productivity and Tips. So, today we are going to look at the Google Slide, which is the alternative product of what we call in Microsoft PowerPoint. So, same as what we do in PowerPoint, basically we can create any sort of, create slides and templates, but here you could also find there are some standard customizable templates, so which you also can use based on your requirement, where you can also customize it for yourself. But let me just directly go to a blank slide. So so mostly, like when you have to create a slide, if you are the presentation, if you are the presentator, if you are the one who create the presentation, you might have to consider on creating all the contents from in detail. So to create the presentation slides, it may take a lot of time for you to bring everything into a particular alignment as you expected. So it may take a lot of time. So what Google Slides can do in order to create or increase your productivity? All right, so let me just show it to you by creating one slide and on the initial stage. So let me just name this slide. I'm gonna name it to one of my favorite animal. So let's say, so lion is the name of the slide. So I have given the title, and the next thing you would be have to consider, bring an image to the slide in order to start creating the slide. But I have only added the line, which is the title. So for you to get an image, let's say if I were to get an image to this particular site, I have to consider, think of searching an image and then download it, and then you can bring the image and you can start customizing, changing the alignment and moving your image here and there. All right, so instead of doing all of that, what I would do is simple as it is. I'm going to just move my cursor to the right corner at the bottom. You could find there's an option called Explore. So as soon as I click on this Explore, what it does on behalf of me, where it'll gives me a customized templates based on my title. So you can see now I didn't do any of these background images. I didn't crop it, I didn't align, I didn't change the font style, I didn't move the font here and there. What it'll does is it'll create instant template based on my title. All right, so let's say I'm gonna pick this particular slide, and then this would be ideal for me to move on with the slides. But the next thing would be, when you type the line, yes, obviously you need to consider on getting an image to this slide. So like I said, you don't have to search and download it here. The explore will helps me to get the image. So there you go, you can see a search bar here. I would just type lion and then search it, and there you go. You could just see on the right corner of the screen the web search indicates on the slide itself. So I can get any web content over here. If I need to get any pertaining to lion, even if it is anything related to contents, I can basically copy, or I can also go to an image, but my requirement is to get an image. So I would just simply drag and drop it into the slide. There you go. So you don't have to think of getting a standard image, downloading it and looking for an image. The explore will helps you to find the best suitable image whatever you search. All right, so now you can see uh, the line, which is the template, and the title is it's on a side, and the image has been dragged on top of that slide. But right now I have to have to work around with this slide so that I can bring to an alignment. But here again, I don't have to do all of that, so because I don't want to take a lot of time to create the first slide, what I really want to do is I would just move my cursor again back to the explore feature. There you go. I would just simply I'd be able to see all the background image plus the image that I add into the slide. So both those images got aligned perfectly, and now it suggests me the latest slide that I can get from the Explore. So I can select any of those slide. All what I have to do is I can just simply start presenting it. So you can see now the slide is already has been presented. Think that on a scenario, let's say you have already started this presentation, you have begun the presentation. Let's say this is a meeting or a webinar session that you are conducting, actually through a virtual, obviously. And while you're doing go do all these webinars, and while you're presenting, if you are the presenter, let's say all of us, there could be a scenario, there could be also instant where people may not hear your voice. Okay, so what I could do is I would just move my cursor to the right corner or the left corner of my screen, and there's something called the caption preferences. So as soon as I click on this option, you can see on the top of the screen, whatever I speak, it will get typed on the screen at the real time. It's a caption so that people who cannot hear my voice, they can look at the screen and get the information then and there. So this is called the caption. So whatever I speak, it'll hear from the microphone and it gets typed on the screen. Simple as that. So that's what we call the voice caption. And also I could just simply add another slide. Let's say I'm a person who creates kind of a workflow charts, or person who I'll be basically create the order of the operation flow, that how it should have to be. Then what I could do is I could just simply go to this insert, where I can also add some customizable charts, let's say certain diagrams. So if I want to get any of these diagrams, I can click on this hierarchy, and I can also add this hierarchy, and also I can customize it however I want it to be. And also you can just simply select the presentation. Let's say while you continue with your presentation, if you are the presenter, you would like to know about certain information captured in that particular slide. What is it? So you can see at the bottom where it has the speaker notes. You can basically use the speaker notes also by using your voice typing speaker notes. So as soon as I enable it, so basically this presentation or this slide is about the animal, which is lion. So you can see at the bottom it's getting typed, so that I can also have uh, on the other side about the caption about the a specific note on that one particular slide. So that will helps me to, whenever I continue the presentation, I'll be able to read the caption as well, so that I could be easily communicate with all the attendees through that virtual call. All right, so that's how the presentation works. And let's look at another application on another episode. Thank you so much.